The thing that is in room 101 is the worst thing in the world.
New Kids on the Block.
Sonia, I don't like Sonia.
Jason Donovan. Beatles. Sorry to be predictable. Eric Jameson. The Birdies song. Kylie Minogue. That guy Terry off The Word. Ruby Wax. Mr. Bean. Joey Beadle.
Hello and welcome to the first in a new series of Room 101. This week, Private Eye editor and Have I Got News for You-er Ian Hislop presents a case to have his least favourite people, places and pop songs included in Room 101, BBC Radio's rest home for the ropey and the rank. His best exhortations and arguments will be accepted or rejected by me, Nick Hancock, on the basis of purely random criteria. Welcome along, Ian.
Fine, the random reason sounds like the judiciary.
Straight in. Straight. You're never off, you, are you? Never off. And the surprise entry into Room 101 today is me, because I feel terrible today. I just thought I'd let everybody know that. It's not a hangover. OK, well, we're going to have the first piece of music, and I'm sure you'll recognise it.
I was a miner, I was a docker, I was a railwayman between the wars. I raised a family in time of austerity with sweat at the boundary between the wars.
Well, not rather too much of that, I thought. Obviously, the producer likes Billy Bragg. It was Billy Bragg, was it not?
It was Billy Bragg, that is quite unmistakable.
Between the wars.
Yes, a long, tiresome rant, which I always found fantastically irritating, still do, just because the historical analysis is served up as though it's fact, whereas it's a sort of dreary, glib, sentimental view, and it's absolute rubbish.
Well done, yes. Well, I hate it for slightly less intellectual reasons. I hate it because he's a Cockney git. That's why I hate it.
Well, that's perfectly reasonable, obviously.
And when I hear, in that voice, I was a miner, I think, no, you weren't, mate.
There's not a lot of open-cast or indeed deep pit mining in
Really?
South London,
I'm willing
is there?
to accept I was a docker, possibly. I was a cabbie. I sold fruit between the wars, maybe.
Yes, it's just so dreary and relentless and wrong, I think. That's what I really hate.
It's surprising because, of course, he wasn't there, but then it would have been a one-line song, wasn't it? I wasn't born between the wars.
No, so that's it, really.
No, but it doesn't go in, sadly.
Oh, no!
Because Billy Bragg and all his works already. Billy Bragg, obviously, already, and because all people with alliterative names are in Room 101, so he's sitting in a corner somewhere with Peter Powell and Dickie Davis.
Oh, can I have Melvin Bragg, then?
No, you're not getting it in. Bad luck. More music, I think, Maestro.
We haven't had any yet.
Thank you.
Laura and Tommy were lovers. He wanted to give her everything. Flowers, presents, and most of all, a wedding ring. He saw a sign for a stock car race, $1,000 prize, it read. He couldn't get Laura on the phone, so to her mother, Tommy said, tell Laura I love her.
Well, I think that's probably Tell Laura I Love Her. By Ricky Valens.
Well done. Yes, correct.
I do think that should go in there, largely because of the chorus that goes, bum, 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 bum. Just that bit alone should go in. Somehow cheapens death,
It
doesn't
does, really. Imagine getting the session singers in and go, well, it's a sort of a song about a guy who's about to get married and he dies in a terrible car crash, and what we want you to do is stand in the corner of the recording studio and go, bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, I also like the idea that he phones her mother.
Like anybody ever spoke to their girlfriend's mother and said, you know, would you like to leave a message for her, dear? Yes, could you tell her I love her, please? You know, please, who is this man? And I like the reasoning as well, that he thinks he's perhaps not in the proper financial situation to get married, so what he should do is enter a stock car race.
Risk his life instead of getting a pension and a plan and a life assurance. All of the things which he should have done.
Yeah.
And he just didn't.
It's not exactly Marge Proops type advice, is it? I think that gets in with great ease. So let's open the door and hear what we can hear it going into George.
During World War II, a group of soldiers had been on a long patrol.
Spot that one?
That's Max Bygrave's House of Cards. Not House of Cards, Deck of Cards.
Deck of Cards, yeah. Completely brilliant. I wonder if it was originally a 52-verse song, but it got cut down.
The Ten of Clubs represents, Yes.
Exactly. OK, most hated film now. Now, I haven't seen this. So what's it called?
It's called Truly, Madly, Deeply.
As far as I can tell, it's Ghost for people who can do crosswords. Is that right?
Yes, and that's absolutely on the nail why I hate it. I think it's everything that's really terrible about the British film industry. And anyone who's seen Ghost saw this terrific film doing what the Americans do well, which is tell a fairly simple story, and it's rigid in its sort of morality. I mean, the bad guys get driven down to hell with demons, and the good guys float up to paradise. And it's sort of weepy, but it's convincing, and it's down to earth. Whereas you get the British version, and who are the couple? Oh, he's a cellist. Oh, wonderful. He just happens to be a cellist, so we get dreary cello music interspersing it. And it's all set in Hampstead. Couldn't be set anywhere normal, has to be in bloody Hampstead. And she has a flat that's falling apart, and it's really bohemian, and they're rats, and there's a Polish workman, you wouldn't believe it. Oh, how very amusing. And then she falls in love with someone who happens to be a social worker who deals with the mentally handicapped. I mean, he couldn't be a plumber or a brickie or a tax accountant or, I mean, anything sort of normal. So there's that, and he's very new man. And there's an excruciating scene where they both hop, and as they hop, they tell each other their life histories. Like, I did this and I fell in love with that.
Watership Down?
Well, Watership Down's actually rather good in comparison. So I'm afraid it does have to go in. It really does. It's worse than all those floppy-haired E.M. Fosters with men called Rupert coming in and out of windows and going to Florence. I mean, it's in a different league.
Yeah. I particularly like the idea that it's got a cellist in it.
Yes,
you can't move for cellists in Britain, can you? No, but it doesn't get in, because obviously all British films are in Room 101. In fact, I think somebody chose all British films once.
All current British films, or all British films ever?
All British films ever, and to be made. Showing in a Room 101 near you now.
Right, well, we'll wait for Carry On Columbus. Are you in that?
No, I think I'm the only one who isn't.
You're the only person in Britain left who isn't in.
But I'm rather a good cellist. More music, I feel.
Come on! Sitting in a sleazy snack bar, sucking sickly sausage rolls. In a dirty old town on the back of the time, setting my sights on gold. It's plain to see, it's black and white. This Geordie boy's gonna do alright. Gonna make you dance, gonna make you sing. Those Geordie boys do anything. Tell it like it is, today we'll take it slow.
Talk me through it.
That really is abysmal. That's Fog on the Tyne. By Lindisfarne, originally. But now, plus new, unimproved Gazza. This is Gazza's second career, in between kicking people and getting kicked. He seems to have become a pop singer. And I think I hate it because it's a sort of celebration of macho Geordiness, of the type that ends you up in Stringfellows getting nutted. I remember when Lindisfarne did Fog on the Tyne the first time, it didn't have a silly rap beat in it. That's the other reason I hate it.
Also, you should never really let somebody release a song who has a mouthful of spit. I don't know whether you've noticed that about Gazza, but whenever he speaks, he should talk like that. Paul Schultz played very well all season. And then you just imagine all this spit's about to come flying out.
Well, usually it does, publicly, doesn't it? Footballers are always turning around and spitting all over the field. That's the little I know about football.
But I don't know whether you knew that Fog on the Tyne by Gazza and Lindisfarne is off an album of successful sportsmen sing the hits of forgotten rock bands.
No, I've missed the album.
I may have made this up, but it may be true, and that's for you to decide. Yeah, I'd like to think of some other songs off that album. They could be quite good, like The Whistler by Chris Akabusi and Jethro Tull.
Good.
And Ships in the Night by Arancha Sanchez Vicario and Bebop Deluxe.
Yes, that would be good.
But you can't have it. We're keeping Gazza out in the hope that he does something even more stupid.
At Lazio.
Yeah, like he might release Fog on the Tiber, maybe. With Lindisfarne there. Terrible Italian accent there. I'm quite happy with it, though.
Oh, it's better than the Geordie one.
Oh, no, it wasn't Geordie. That was just Gazza.
Oh, sorry. It's just Gazza.
Thank you.